Office, presenting a short video on configuring Artifactory with SQL Server and integrate authentication. So, in order to do this, there's a few steps that need to be taken. First of all, it's very important to say that you have to go into, Artifactory now, into Artifactory. Before we do anything, click Admin, import, export, and export both your repository and your system settings. I did that already, and I placed them on my local disk under Artifactory export. Here I have my repositories, and here's an export I created today. So this is the first step. Originally I configured Artifactory with an internal storage using the Derby database. It was placed in here, but now I changed it. So in order to do that, there's a few steps that needs to be taken, and most of it is actually described in on the Artifactory blog, which can be found here. Actually, this link up here. It shows how to install and configure with the SQL Server database. There's one thing that hasn't been mentioned in here, and that's fairly important, because down here it says that to make this work you have to download and install the Microsoft JDBC driver and copy it into the server's shared lib directory. And that's alright as long as you're using this way of authentication with the username and a password, which is stated in this one. It actually says up here, create a standard user. But if you want to use the Artifactory service account, which is running the service, then you have to take a few additional steps. Part of this installation here is that when you download the JDBC driver, you find the SQL JDBC 42 jar file and copy that to the Tomcat lib. That's exactly what is described in here in this step 3. But on top of that, you also have to go into authentication and select the proper architecture and take this file, SQL JDBC auth DLL, and this one needs to be copied into C:\Windows System 32 directory down here. So we got it exactly here. Once it's there, it's fairly easy, because then there's only one step that needs to be taken, and that is to create, just gonna scale this a little bit down, to update the storage properties file. It's also described in documentation. SQL Server, blah blah blah, database name Artifactory, standard set string parameters as Unicode, application name, and then of course integrated security equals true. Once this is done, it's just restarting your service and importing the Artifactory system settings again. Thank you for watching.